Alright, I am Matthew, the living bathtub, daunting verse. Alright, we are back for our Limbus Company Bible readings. New Testament, Exodus 13, dedication of the firstborn. But first, let me put my GA bookmark back in. Let's talk about the team real quick. So, the joke of this video is that Dodd is jumped in the Backstreets of D-Corp by... okay, so you know back during the New Testament, or in Revelations, he kills all the sea life in a turns the entire sea red of blood. Well, I was gonna make a joke like, hey, these people didn't like that, they're gonna jump you. So I was thinking like, what characters are way to the sea? It's like, okay, Aquaman. Like, oh yeah, Mizuhara from HBR. Okay, and Jotaro from JoJo. I remember he's a marine biologist. I think there's like briefly mentioned, I think, in part 6. Oh man, I do not remember that part well at all. I read that all over a decade ago. All right, so okay, that's enough. A trio of people will jump Dodd in the backstreets of D-Corp. So G-Corp. Wait, no, D-Corp. Yeah, that's what happened. Like, but these are G-Corp here. So I do have to swap out for Poise later for the ego diffs, but until then. There hasn't been that many Backstreets identities. There's the Ting Tang, Los Marchius, those are Backstreets. There's the Bistros, but I want to run G-Corp, who do not count as a Backstreet one because they are like Wing one, but the veterans end up in the Backstreets after the war. And part of the video was I want to use G-Corp Dregger. So I decided to not do the RB chefs, because if I did those, I could have went for a bleed thing. With some of them, but so I'll have to swap to Poise midway through. But to start off, we have G-Corp Manager Torpor Dregger, G-Corp Head Manager Otis, Ting Tang Dang Leader Hangul, Los Machius Jeff A. Sinclair, Rubani Torp Remnant Faust, and then the Blade Wings are, I'm guessing, also they ran away from their nest, so they're here just for the event rewards, I guess. So they'll be thrown in as well. And everyone else is thrown in too. And then later we have to swap to using Poise. You have to swap out. Plus, G-Corp Head Manager for Brave Lineage Saosu, Yisang, and Poise Doing. So yeah, but until then, I we have to run the Backstreets because we are jumping Dodd in the D-Corp Backstreets, just like how Diaz intended. All right. So 13. Then the Lord said to Moses, dedicate to me every firstborn among the Israelites, the first offspring to be born of both humans and animals belong to me. So Moses said to the people, this is a day to remember forever, the day you left Egypt, the place of your slavery. Today the Lord has brought you out by the power of his mighty hand. Remember, eat no food containing yeast. On this day in early spring, in the month of Abib, you have been set free. You must celebrate this event in this month each year after the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Hittites, and Jebusites. He swore to you, to your ancestors, that he would give you this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. For 7 days, the bread you eat must be made without yeast. Then, on the 7th day, celebrate a feast to the Lord. Eat bread without yeast during those 7 days. In fact, there must be no yeast bread or any yeast. That's page turn. Yeah, it's 53 online. 54. All found within the borders of your land during this time. Question mark node. This thing, can we fight it? No, we can't fight it yet. On the 7th day, you must explain to your children. I am celebrating what the Lord did for me when I left Egypt. This annual festival will be a visible sign to you, like a mark branded on your hand or your forehead. Let it remind you always to recite this teaching of the Lord. With a strong hand, the Lord rescued you from Egypt. So observe the decree at this festival at the appointed time each year. This is what you must do when the Lord fulfills the promise he swore to you and to your ancestors, when he gives you the land where the Tanites now live. You must present all firstborn sons and firstborn male animals to the Lord, for they belong to him. A firstborn donkey may be brought back from the Lord by presenting a lamb or young goat in its place. But if you do not buy it back, you must break its neck. However, you must buy back every firstborn son. And in the future, your children will ask you, what does all this mean? They will tell them, shop node. Okay, so I forgot where I was, but I'm pretty sure I was. Then you will tell them, with the power of his mighty hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt, the place of our slavery. Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, so the Lord killed all the firstborn males throughout the land of Egypt, both people and animals. That is why I now sacrifice all the firstborn males to the Lord, except the firstborn sons are always bought back. This ceremony will be like a mark branded on your hand or your forehead. It is a reminder. Wait, no, it's still the quote from the. Oh, it's a reminder that the power of the Lord's mighty hand brought us out of Egypt. Israel's wilderness detour. When Pharaoh finally let the people go, God did not lead them along the main road that runs through to esteemed territory, even though that was the shortest route to the promised land. God said, if the people are faced with a battle, they might change their minds and return to Egypt. So God led them in a roundabout way through the wilderness toward the Red Sea. Thus, the Israelites left Egypt like an army ready for battle. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for Joseph had made the sons of Israel swear to do this. He said, God will certainly come to help you. When he does, you must take my bones with you from this place. The Israelites left Succoth and camped at Ephraim on the edge of the wilderness. The Lord went ahead of them. He guided them during the day with a pillar of cloud, and he provided a light at night with a pillar of fire. This allowed them to travel by day or by night, and the Lord did not remove the pillar of cloud or pillar of fire from its place in front of the people. 14. Then the Lord gave these instructions to Moses. Order the Israelites to turn back and camp by Pi-haroth, between Megiddo and the sea. Camp there along the shore, across from Baal-Zephon. Then Pharaoh will think, the Israelites are confused. They are trapped in the wilderness. And once again, I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will chase after you. I have planned this in order to display my glory through Pharaoh and his whole army. After this, the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. So the Israelites camped there as they were told. The Egyptians pursue Israel. When word reached the king of Egypt that the Israelites have fled, Pharaoh and his officials changed their minds. What have we done? Letting all those Israelite slaves dead away? They asked. So Pharaoh harnessed his chariot and called up his troops. He took with him 600 of Egypt's best chariots, along with the rest of the chariots of Egypt, each with its commander. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and he chased after the people of Israel, who left with fists raised in defiance. The Egyptians chased after them with all the forces and Pharaoh's army. All his horses and chariots his charioteers, and his troops. The Egyptians caught up with the people of Israel as they were camped beside the shore near Pharaoh, across from Baal-Zephon. As Pharaoh appeared, the people of Israel looked up and panicked when they saw the Egyptians overtaking them. They cried out to the Lord, and they said to Moses, win rate. Why did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness? Weren't there enough graves for us in Egypt? What have you done to us? Why did you make us leave Egypt? Didn't we tell you this would happen while we were still in Egypt? We said, leave us alone! Let us be slaves to the Egyptians! It's better to be a slave in Egypt than a corpse in the wilderness! But Moses told the people, don't be afraid! Just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today will never be seen again. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm. Escape through the Red Sea. Then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to get moving. Pick up your staff and raise your hand over the sea. Divide the water so the Israelites can walk through the middle of the sea on dry ground. We have Citron Vitae. I need some water. And I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they will charge in after the Israelites. My great glory will be displayed through Pharaoh and his troops, his chariots and his charioteers. There's a comma. If I was a period, no. Small text, so I can barely see it. Alright, but when my glory is displayed through them, all Egypt will see my glory and know that I am the Lord. Then the angel of God, who had been leading the people of Israel, moved to the rear of the camp. The pillar of cloud also moved from the front and stood behind them. The cloud settled between the Egyptian and the Israelite camps. As darkness fell, the cloud turned to fire, lighting up the night. But the Egyptians and Israelites did not approach each other all night. Then Moses raised his hand over the sea, and the Lord opened up a path through the water with a strong east wind. The wind blew all that night, turning the seabed into dry land. So the people of Israel walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground, with walls of water on each side. Then the Egyptians, all of Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and charioteers, chased them into the middle of the sea. But just before dawn, the Lord looked down on the Egyptian army from the pillar of fire and cloud, and he threw their forces into total confusion. He twisted their chariot wheels, making the chariots difficult to drive. Let's get out of here, away from these Israelites! The Egyptians shouted, the Lord is fighting for them against Egypt! When all the Israelites had reached the other side, the Lord said to Moses, raise your hand over the sea again. Then the waters will rush back and cover the Egyptians and their chariots and charioteers. So, as the sun began to rise, Moses raised his hand over the sea, and the water rushed back into its usual place. We have the last note. It's not the chicken! That's it. You didn't give me the chicken, I'm going to slaughter you. I just drink some water before I resumed. Okay. The Egyptians tried to escape, but the Lord swept them into the sea. Then the waters returned and covered all the chariots and charioteers, the entire army of Pharaoh. Of all the Egyptians who had chased the Israelites into the sea, not a single one survived. For the people of Israel had walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground, as the water stood up like a wall on both sides. That is how the Lord rescued Israel from the hand of the Egyptians that day. And the Israelites saw the bodies of the Egyptians washed up on the seashore. When the people of Israel saw the mighty power that the Lord had unleashed against the Egyptians, they were filled with awe before him. They had put their faith in the Lord and in his servant Moses. A Song of Deliverance. Then Moses and the people of Israel sang this song to the Lord. I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. He has hurled both horse and rider into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. This is my dawn, and I will praise him. My father's dawn, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a warrior. Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and army he has hurled into the sea. The finest of Pharaoh's officers are drowned in the Red Sea. The waters dashed over them. They sank to the bottom like a stone. Your right hand, O Lord, is glorious in power. Your right hand, O Lord, smashes the enemy. And the greatness of your majesty, you overthrow those who rise against you. You unleash your blazing fury. It consumes them like straw. At the blast of your breath, the waters piled up. The surging waters stood straight like a wall. In the heart of the sea, the deep waters become hard. The enemy boasted, I will chase them and catch up with them. I will plunder them and consume them. I will flash my sword. My powerful hand will destroy them. But you blew your breath, and the sea covered them. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. Who is like you among the gods, O Lord, glorious in holiness, awesome in splendor, performing great wonders? You raised your right hand, and the earth swallowed our enemies. With your unfailing love, you lead the people you have redeemed. In your might, you guide them to your sacred home. The people hear and tremble, anguish stripes those who live in Philistia. The leaders of Edom are terrified, the nobles of Moab tremble. All who live in Canaan melt away, terror and dread fall upon them. The power of your arm makes them lifeless as stone, until your people pass by, O Lord, until the people you have purchased pass by. You will bring them in and plant them on your own mountain, the place, O Lord, reserved for your own dwelling, the sanctuary, O Lord, that your hands have established. The Lord will reign forever and ever. But there's more! When Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and charioteers rushed into the sea, the Lord brought the waters rushing down on them. But the people of Israel had walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground. Then Miriam the prophet, Aaron's sister, took a tambourine and read all the women as... Wait, no, this is not part of the... Oh, man, no, that's not part of the song. Wait, no, so what part? Wait, what is the song? And I messed up. I remember I messed up on, like, what? What did it say? It was like, you have purchased. I went, you purchased. And I went, you've purchased. It's like, oh, that was reading on my mind for a while. I was like, oh, if I was done? No, there's still more. I was trying to get consistent for YouTube short. Alright, so when you're making YouTube short, you can't, like, edit out, like, certain parts, so, like, make it consistent. You would have to do just, like, so I tried pausing with OBS, taking breaks of water in between. Hopefully it's good enough. Alright. Honestly, Mary's song from Jesus was better. Or Mary's song for... I said from Jesus, no, for Jesus. Man. My throat hurts from that. Oh, man. Why'd I do this voice for, like, the people, like, when they're, like, saying, like, the general people are like, oh, this is the voice to use. And for names, it's like, oh, the name character. It's hard to, like, keep the voice up, I feel like. Alright. Aaron's sister trying to dance, and Miriam sang this song. Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed graciously. He has hurled both horse and rider into the sea. Bitter water at Marah. Then Moses led the people of Israel away from the Red Sea, and they moved out into the desert of Shur. They traveled in this desert for 3 days without finding any water. When they came to the oasis of Marah, the water was too bitter to drink, so they called the place Marah, which means bitter. But that's the oasis of Marah. But now they still call it Marah. It's already called bitter. Wait, or is that like the name afterwards? Oh, we call it Marah. So we call it Marah before that's the part where they name it Marah. Or was it always called Marah? And they went to the bitter water spot. It's like, this is bitter. The name, we need to call it the name again because it's bitter. What is the order of operations in that sentence? Or wait, no, historical. I don't know. Alright. Just for fun. Road. Then the people complained and turned against Moses. What are we doing to drink? They demanded. So Moses cried out to the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. Moses threw it into the water, and this made the water good to drink. It was there at Marah that the Lord set before them the falling tree as a standard to test their faithfulness to him. He said, if you will listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is right in his sight, obeying his commands and keeping all his decrees, then I will not make you suffer any of the diseases I sent on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you. After leaving Marah, the Israelites traveled on the oasis of Elim. Yeah, like E-I-L-M. No, it's E-L-I-M. Elim. Where they found 12 springs and 70 palm trees. They camped there beside the water. Manna and quail from heaven. Water. Then the whole community of Israel set out from Elim and journeyed into the wilderness of Sin between Elim and Mount Sinai. They arrived there on the 15th day of the second month, 1 month after leaving the land of Egypt. There too, the whole community of Israel complained about Moses and Aaron. If only the Lord had killed us back in Egypt, they moaned. There we sat around pots filled with meat and ate all the bread we wanted. But now you've brought us into this wilderness to starve us all to death. Then the Lord said to Moses, look, I'm going to rain down food from heaven for you. Each day the people can go out and pick up as much food as they need for that day. I'll test them in this to see whether or not they will follow my instructions. On the 6th day they will gather food, and when they prepare it, there will be twice as much as usual. So Moses and Aaron said to all the people of Israel, by evening you will realize it was the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt. In the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your complaints, which are against him, and not against us. No, just Tom, not against us. What have we done that you should complain about us? And Moses added, the Lord will give you meat to eat in the evening and bread to satisfy you in the morning, for he has heard all your complaints against him. What have we done? Yet your complaints are against the Lord, not against us. Then Moses said to Aaron, announce this to the entire community of Israel. Present yourselves before the Lord, for he has heard your complaining. And as Aaron spoke to the whole community of Israel, they looked out toward the wilderness. There they could see the awesome glory of the Lord in the cloud. Hey, I can't even fight him yet. Really? Oh, Hope was here. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, there's too swole. Too swole. Oh no. I'm watching. Oh, you see someone else took this one. Who's up taking? Actually, let's just use their best regard. I mean, that's his defense there. That works. Oh. Well then. Harmony neutral. Okay. Use the next will. Actually, just invade it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Compare, it's fine if you did hit. Okay. I'm win rating here, alright? Actually, I wasn't win rating at all. I used 2 egos. Oops. That evening, vast numbers of 12. I had to search that up. A small bird flew in and covered the camp. And the next morning, the area around the camp was wet with dew. When the dew evaporated, a flaky substance as fine as frost blanketed the ground. The Israelites were puzzled when they saw it. What is it? They asked each other. They had no idea what it was. And Moses told them, it is the food the Lord has given you to eat. These are the Lord's instructions. Each household should gather as much as it needs. Pick up 2 thwarts for each person in your tent. The people of Israel did as they were told. Some gathered a lot, some only a little, but when they measured it out, everyone had just enough. Those who gathered a lot had nothing left over, and those who gathered only little had enough. Each family had just what it needed. And Moses told them, do not keep any of it until morning. But some didn't listen, and they kept some of it until morning. But by then, it was full of maggots and had a terrible smell. Moses was very angry with them. After this, the people gathered the food morning by morning, each family according to its need. And as the sun became hot, the flakes had not only pickled up, melted, and disappeared. On the 6th day, they gathered twice as much as usual, 4 thwarts for each person instead of 2. Okay, I'm sorry to mess up now. Oh man. Blunt? Then, all the leaders of the community came and asked Moses for an explanation. He told them, this is what the Lord commanded. Tomorrow will be a day of complete rest, a holy Sabbath day set apart for the Lord. So bake or boil as much as you want today, and set aside what is left for tomorrow. They put some aside until morning, just as Moses had commanded, and in the morning the leftover food was wholesome and good, without maggots or odor. Moses said, eat this food today, for today is a Sabbath day, dedicated to the Lord. There will be no food on the ground today. You may gather the food for 6 days, but the 7th day is the Sabbath. There will be no food on the ground that day. Some of the people went out anyway on the 7th day, but they found no food. The Lord asked Moses, how long will these people refuse to obey my commands and instructions? They must realize that the Sabbath is the Lord's gift to you. That is why he gives you a 2-day supply on the 6th day. So there will be enough for 2 days. On the Sabbath day, you must each stay in your place. Not go out to pick up food on the 7th day. So the people did not gather any food on the 7th day. The Israelites called the food manna. It was white coriander seed, and it tasted like honey wafers. Then Moses said, this is what the Lord commanded. Fill a 2-quart container with manna, to preserve it for your descendants. Then, where the generations will be able to see the food I gave you in the wilderness, when I set you free from Egypt. Moses said to Aaron, get a jar and fill it with 2 quarts of manna, and put it in a sacred place. No, stairs. place before the Lord to preserve it for all future generations. Watch me quickly all these buttons. Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded Moses. He eventually placed it in the Ark of the Covenant in front of the stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant. So the people of Israel ate manna for 40 years until they arrived at the land where they would settle. They ate manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. The container used to measure the manna was an omer, which was 1/10 of an ephah. It held about 2 quarts. Water from the rock. 17. At the Lord's command, the whole community of Israel, left the wilderness of sin and moved from place to place. Eventually, they camped at Rephidim, but there was no water there for the people to drink. So once more, the people complained against Moses. "Give us water to drink!" they demanded. "Quiet!" Moses replied, "Why are you complaining against me? And why are you testing the Lord?" But, tormented by thirst, they continued to argue with Moses. "Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Are you trying to kill us, our children, and our livestock with thirst?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, "What should I do with these people? They are ready to stone me." The Lord said to Moses, "Walk out in front of the people. Take your staff, the one you used when you struck the water of the Nile, and call some of the elders of Israel to join you. I will stand before you on the rock at Mount Sinai. Strike the rock, and water will come gushing out. Then the people will be able to drink." So Moses struck the rock as he was told, and water gushed out as the elders looked on. Moses named the place Massah, which means test, and Meribah, which means arguing, because the people of Israel argued with Moses and tested the Lord by saying, "Is the Lord with us or not?" Okay, that was a bit of a spoiler on the next one. Israel defeats the Amalekite. You know, I'm gonna stop here. My throat does hurt because of the damn song. It's like, ah! It's doing like screeching voice for like the non-named people since there's like the song. But unlike the Mary's ones, it's like, oh, it's Mary. It's like, oh no, this is like random people. It's like, oh. Okay, my throat hurts. We'll just resume at the boss and I'll fight the boss like manually, I guess. Okay. Alright, we have Im Gyeong-eop. What was her name? G something, Jom, and then something at the end. Oh wait, where do you have this? This is like the final fight. Imagine Im Gyeong-eop. Can't take that name seriously, alright? Im Gyeong-eop. No, Eop. Like, I'm not even worried about the mechanics, alright? I feel like I don't need to anyway. I feel like I can just easily brute force this one. Alright. Is that the one for? What if I just use this defense then? Then it's the assist defense. Yeah. Oh, is 2 going? 2 going? Oh, yeah, for 3 speed actually. Okay, it's fine. So one one of them was at the dart, but it didn't show it like flashing as a trash ball dart. It was still as like a normal defense, so not like the trash ball attacks, unfortunately. No, not trash. I know my favorite stuff. So tired. This is very tanky, I guess. I want to charge a barrier, I guess. Oh, that's actually really well, even with the police stone, that's it. Oh man.
미리 형세를
big
살피고
wall.
있었죠.
I was supposed to trash if each one of those, right? Sinclair swell. 4 speed, and they have 1 speed. Oh, I probably should actually hold on first turn. You maybe going a bit too high for Sinclair over here. You mind toning it down a bit, man? Alright, you're at single toy, so you have to woos. Alright, so I have Fost over here, and you use the 47 rolling still to trash effect. 12 rolling still, alright? Yeah. That there. I think it's fine. Or if I really want to use Tears Arms, but hopefully Hangul just explodes into Otis on here. Alright. Dominating. 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 I need our pride or something, right? I use a fine obsession here. Struggling? Really? No, I think you win that, Sinclair. I have faith in you. My limbs, they all hurt. Look, it's Limbus company. Oh man, I'm tired. Man, see 12 last night, How many hours of sleep did I get? 10? And then, no, probably like 9.5, I'd ask. It's like times 6, like, I can't believe I didn't check like the HBR Twitter before like I starting to edit my patch notes or export them. Apparently there was a bug in the trailer which I didn't get to cover unfortunately, but there's also a backlog tomorrow. Or, no, next week. I was playing some more so I thought I wouldn't be able to like play Tsukihime and Tanon while the counter side situations going on where I have to complete that. But I was like, I think there's like, I'll play a bit of Tanon. I was like 20 something minutes before my video finished because I spent like part of the time of the video like doing something else. So I was like, it was what was it? Was it Limbus Company? No, it was the patch notes. Because the time took was so long because of the fact that I started to play counter side in it. Alright, you have to lose still. Alright. Actually, how much haste do you have? Doesn't matter. Someone still twos. I have no idea. After at the end, let's talk about that. Alright. Oh man, my eyes hurt still. I'm gonna play all that counter. I didn't actually do any counter side today yet, actually, besides the patch notes. I haven't done any reading at all, but just like normal building stuff, unfortunately. Which is the worst part of counter side, I guess. The live service aspects of it, which now is shutting down. Currently unavailable. Wasp Media. Yeah. Ugh. Why does like the top of my mouth feel a bit? Why are they so tanky? All right, usually not even Hanheim with the normal is tanky. Also the shield and stuff is not like this tanky. Or is this because I'm running poise? Maybe it's better than charge, I'd ask. Yeah, everything's better than charge. All right. Ooh, 46 on Nissan over there. Not enough for stagger though. Alright. How many? You still have 2 turns of that. It's fine. Are they using the big still over here? Wow. They're using the big still? The big still? Okay, they're using they're using the bow as well. Song, can you take a bow shot for, or actually, Sinclair, take the bow shot for the team. No one really wants you here anyway, Sinclair. It'd be better for you to go take that shot for the team. That seems fine to me.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
All that bleed on Marcel. I think Roost and Triple. Actually, I must have Roost and Triple Wing Flame. Roost and Rippling Flame, not Triple Wing Flame. Yeah, it should stagger.
귀와 요격, 함수, 정리노화.
Oh. Stagger movie. Alright, sure. I just had to add into the stuff right, I guess. Okay. Oh, only one person was Swash Week, everyone else was Swash Resistant. Oh, wow. Yeah, Burning Glory is flowing also. I don't know why that is what's an attack skill. I don't know why they chose to do that. Remain oneself.
흐릿한
This
등화
is just
곱게
poise
접은
ego.
종이에
Hangul
번졌으니
poise ego.
식품의
Actually, isn't
한에
soda also poise?
용이
I think.
빈
Oh, that was
벼를
enough. Okay, they're done. Yeah, it's my weekly's done. Not the last day. 2 days. It's Monday, so it's not the last day. I know. It's the Backstreets team. All right.
돌아오고 있어요.
Bunch of like homeless
뒤틀림에서
people.
다시 사람의 형상으로.
You want me to take them to
탈수의
415?
방식으로는
Ah,
절대 도달하지
We
못했을
have a Euro
결과일 테죠.
divvy on the team, man. You'll take them to
이젠 좀
415.
알 것 같네요.
Event reward 1, so they're already
S사로 떠나기
also.
전까지
Wait, what's the word?
제가
Like
현장
neutered?
취재팀에서 무엇을
Or
배워가면
like
좋을지.
you know, like artificially made bad. In any case, I've been with you. Ah, man, I'm tired. Bye.